So this story is about creation, what I think the Bible says about it, and just about a story of something when I was really little that happened to me, and it's related to this story. So when I was really little, like grade 7, I was at my farm with a couple of my friends, and we were canoeing. There's a river that runs right, almost basically through the yard, right at the edge of our farm. And so we're canoeing, we get in this canoe, but it was windy like freaking crazy that day. Like so crazy that, you know, there's 3 of us in this canoe and we couldn't freaking get anywhere because it was so windy. So I'm, you know, sitting there with my friends, and I said, well, all we need to do is pray for the wind to stop and it'll stop. And they're like, okay. And I was like, no, for real, like, let's do this. So my friend sitting in the front of the boat, you know, she prays, you know, God stop the wind. And then my friend in the back, same thing. And then I prayed and I said, you know, we just need the wind to stop so that we can, you know, get up to the bridge over there and like, thank you for stopping the wind for us. And as soon as I finished praying, it stopped, immediately stopped. And we are talking crazy ass windy to just dead water. So we start paddling and we get up to the bridge, which was where we wanted to go so we could take the canoe back out. And we get up there, and as soon as we get into the edge, we're just, you know, nosing the front of our canoe there onto the edge. The wind picks up again, and it's just as windy as it was before. So, you know, things like that would happen to me pretty regularly. When I was little, my sisters would, you know, get me to pray for things for them if there was something that, you know, they wanted to happen. And you know, they always thought like, oh, well, you know, God just loves her more. And it wasn't. So I see what it is now. Now that I really understand how it works, it is just, it's all belief. So I had been told that, you know, if you pray for something and you really believe it, then it'll happen. And so I really believed that. And so that was what I saw, because your beliefs really do dictate your life. And so if you have a belief, which really a belief is just a thought that you continue to think, and sometimes there is, you know, truth behind it, and sometimes there isn't, and it doesn't seem to matter. People will hold on to a belief whether it's true or not, and whether it's serving them or not. So, you know, if you can have belief or faith that is so powerful that that there's no doubt in it, then you can create essentially miraculous things, seemingly miraculous things in your life, just like that. But it is all about belief. And so, you know, the Bible talks about faith, and it says, oh, faith the size of a mustard seed, but really it's talking about doubt. If you have doubt the size of a mustard seed, it will cloud everything that you are trying to accomplish, because it puts in a feeling of resistance, of not allowing to come to you. So that doubt is something that, you know, especially as a child, if you're told something, you don't have doubts. You don't have reasons to have doubts. But it is that doubt that will keep things from being created, from coming to you. So the Bible says, you know, in the beginning was the Word, and blah, 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 and God created the heavens and the earth. And it's saying, you know, that he spoke these things, and he created them. But then a little while later, it says, you know, these things were created, but they didn't yet exist. So I had never really tuned in to that part before. Maybe I never read it. Maybe I just don't think the way that I did now, so I didn't actually perceive what that was saying. But it is saying, you know, that God spoke these things into creation, but they didn't yet exist. So it's showing you that there's sometimes a bit of a lag time between speaking your creation and actually visibly being able to see it in front of you. So things don't necessarily always just happen quite that fast, but if you create something, if you speak it into existence, and there is no doubt there that yes, you have created that thing, then it will surely manifest at some point. You just might not see it right away. But don't let the fact that you don't actually see it right away in front of you allow that feeling, that seed of doubt to come into the equation, because if it does, then that's when you're going to have an issue, and either it's going to take way longer or it's never going to manifest. So the biggest thing that you can take away from this is, if there's something that you want, if there's something that you've been trying to manifest and you don't have it yet, just work on the doubt that is there. So sometimes, you know, like we want things, but then we're like, oh, well, we can't have that because of this and because of that. And we come up with all of these reasons why we can't have this thing. And as soon as we do that, we are creating that doubt, and we are creating what it is that we don't want. So if there's something that you want, it's all about the feeling, and it is all about the belief that is behind on it. So I've said it before, work on your butt, right? I want this butt, just work on that. Let that butt go. I want this, it's already happening. Maybe I don't quite see it here yet, but it is certainly on its way. That is the attitude to have behind it. And then things will just start to manifest for you.